The Mermaid by Christina Henry is a historical fiction and fantasy novel that follows Amelia, the eponymous mermaid, as she discovers her ability to turn into a human when she touches dry land. She falls in love with Jack, a fisherman in northern Maine. Word of the Mermaid spreads, and P.T. Barnum, owner of Barnum's Museum, decides to get her as an exhibit. The story follows Amelia as she decides to head to New York City to present herself as the exhibit. This was my second time reading this book. The first time was in 2019, several months after I purchased it at a Waterstones during my time in the UK. I initially picked this up due to my interest in mermaids, and I'd say it was a good read. Henry does a good job of blending fantasy within a historical setting. The story takes place in the 19th century, with enough fantasy elements to make it believable, but not so much that it's distracting. The characters are all nice. Amelia, as a literal fish out of water when she gets to New York, has a lot of agency, but is naive about the human world. It's nice to see her grow and adapt, and make mistakes along the way. The other characters, P.T. Barnum, his wife Charity, and his partner Levi Lyman, all feel like actual people you'd meet in mid-19th century New York. The plot progresses at a nice pace, and it doesn't stay its welcome in any one spot. While good, I think the book falls short in a few key places for me. For one, I would have liked a bit more world building, specifically Amelia's heritage and her homeland. Granted, it's not the focus of the book, but fleshing that out a bit more would have been nice. Amelia, despite having agency, also feels like she keeps repeating herself in some cases, namely in regards to her, say, inner conflict about whether she wants to display her mermaid self for the world to see. It makes sense within context, and it adds to her eventual growth, but at times it feels like she just doesn't progress past this issue. I would also have liked to see more of her original animalistic side. She doesn't become human until she meets Jack, and he teaches her everything she knows. Early on in the book, it's implied that there are mermaids who devour and kill sailors who drown in the sea. I think more of that would have been cool, seeing the darker, more animalistic side of Amelia and her kind. I also would have liked the novel to go further with Amelia learning the more horrific aspects of humanity and what it means to be human. For example, we get a glimpse of Amelia's thoughts on slavery, and as an outsider, is horrified that a person would enslave another. I think exploring Amelia's reaction to that sort of thing, and having her really question if she wants to be a part of all of this, would be interesting. Nevertheless, a great read, especially for those who have an interest in mermaids, such as myself. Thanks for listening to another book review. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some of my other stuff, and have yourself a damn good one.